And welcome back, this is ballerscuba with more Let's Play Mass Effect 3. I'm joined, as always, by the Diplomat-in-Chief, Mariah Shepard. When we last left off, we cured the genophage. Or at least it appears that we have done that. It wouldn't surprise me if the game then said there was a technical difficulty with it, but I think we did it. Let's talk to Hackett about this.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
Oh, apparently he's just here from now on. How ready are we here?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
Tell us about the forces.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Erdnot Rex running the show is a bonus for us. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that mom in Tuchanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support. As it is, we picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear.
Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of stuff I could talk about now. How about the Solarians?
How about the Solarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back-channel commitments from the strike teams within STG. They're promising to back us.
Even after I cured the genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians. These STG guys know the score. They're not going to jeopardize the entire Solarian Union just because some Delatras didn't get her way.
Fair enough. Tell me about the Rachni then.
What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction.
Really?
In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
What about Aria's reinforcements? Are you happy about that part?
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Aria Talok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with.
Really?
The blood pack will be useful. And violent. Mostly Vorcha, I hear.
Yeah.
We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Darner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Aria's cooperation, but whatever you did, it was worth it.
All right. Well, he seems particularly happy with the work that I've done. Seems like there's one more group that could make this list, but I'm not sure what it would be at this point. How's the Reaper progress going, I guess?
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Oh, that.
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Erdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Solarians are still hanging on to Sirkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks, too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
Just the ones who can threaten them.
All right, so we got more going on here. Tell me about the Volus and the Elcor.
Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogans sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Evrun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
What about the Batarians?
What happened to the Batarians?
Never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
Yeah, pretty much. They don't blame me, do they? I hope not. What about the Quarians and the Geth? We haven't heard anything about them other than they might be going to war with each other.
Have we heard anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
All right, I guess that's it for now.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hackett out.
All right, so some information there about some things that we haven't heard much about to this point. We do have some more war assets. Holy crap! It looks like I've maxed out war assets. That looks full. That's insane. All right, Krogan, Urdnot Rex. Urdnot Rex fought alongside Commander Shepard during the Reaper's first invasion attempt in 2183. Afterwards, he returned to Tuchanka and spent the following years rising to the leadership of his clan, championing progressive methods meant to strengthen the Krogan as a whole. Conservative elements were unhappy, but news of a successfully cured genophage has solidly united all of Tuchanka under Rex's command. Hailed not only as a great warrior, but a savior, the Krogan will follow Urdnot Rex into the maws of the Reapers themselves. Then we have 300 points from the Krogan clans. Centuries of Krogan infighting abruptly halted with the news of a cure for the genophage. With their future restored, Tuchanka's clans have united in a show of force not seen since the Rachni War. The clans have also been stockpiling weapons of mass destruction for decades. Thankfully, their full destructive force can now be turned on the Reapers instead of Tuchanka. Their strength, size, and regenerative powers make the Krogan ideal shock troops. Yeah, they're good at that. We have Clan Urdnot, which also gets us 300 points. Krogan are huge for our efforts right now. Clan Urdnot has become the unofficial but uncontested representative body of Krogan power to the rest of the galaxy. Within the past decade, Urdnot's warriors have either absorbed or wiped out clans Nakmor, Jurdon, Quash, and even the legendarily ferocious clan Rake. The discovery of a fertile Urdnot female rallied even more Krogan, regardless of affiliation, to Urdnot's banner. Hooray! Then we also have Krogan mercenaries. Many Krogan went fortune-seeking out in the lawless Terminus systems. Their imposing bulk and infamous brutality won them prized positions as bodyguards and mercenaries. When news of a genophage cure spread, these drifters were contacted by their clans and urged to join Shepard's forces against the Reapers. After centuries of aimless brawls and bleak futures, Krogan everywhere are heeding the call. They give us 830 points. Is that more than anybody? It's everybody, more than everybody except the Alliance. Why the humans are doing the bulk of the work in this one, I'm not entirely sure, but at least the Krogan are holding up their end of the bargain. Not the Solarians, though. I kind of pissed them off, I think. Turians, we have a few things here. We have the Turian 43rd Marine Division. The Turian 43rd Marine Division was founded during the ancient unification wars that rocked Palaven over 2,000 years ago. The 43rd maintains relations with other council races, running joint training exercises with Asari, Solarian, and more recently, Alliance military forces. Knowing how their allies fight has become an asset, as the 43rd's troops have the discipline and experience to integrate into any army on any battlefield. We have the 7th Fleet. The Turian 7th Fleet. Haven't we done? Yeah, we got an update for this one. Recovering the legendary banner of the 1st Regiment lifted the spirits of overworked Turian forces. Then we have the Turian Engineering Corps. In a society where the military is synonymous with the government, the Turian Engineering Corps is responsible for everything from maintaining sidewalks to creating spaceports. Their fame spread beyond Palaven after they helped repair the damage done to the Citadel by Sovereign in record time. TEC engineers view the Crucible as the greatest challenge of their career and have sped up the building process with their expertise and equipment. We're up to 3,263 total strength, 1,631 effective military strength. I have a feeling, though, that this will still go higher, even though it looks like it's full. Like, I haven't done DLC. Did they give me more stuff for the journal? You're damn right they did. Our new priority is back on the Citadel. The Solarian Counselor has concerns that Counselor Udina is a potential security risk. Go to the Citadel and discuss the matter in person, preferably with bullets. We have new Codex entries, it looks like. We do. Aliens, non-sapient creatures. What are we talking about here?
Thresher maws are subterranean carnivores that spend their entire lives eating or searching for something to eat. Threshers reproduce via spores that can lie dormant for millennia, yet are robust enough to survive prolonged periods in deep space and atmospheric re-entry. As a result, Thresher spores appear on many worlds, spread by previous generations of space travelers. The body of a Thresher never entirely leaves the ground. Only the head and tentacles erupt from the Earth to attack. In addition to physical attacks, Threshers have the ability to project toxic chemicals and emit bursts of infrasound as a shockwave weapon. The Alliance first encountered Threshers on the colony of Akuz in 2177. After contact was lost with the Pioneer team, Marine units were deployed to investigate. The shore parties were set upon by hungry Threshers, and nearly the entire assault force was killed. Alliance forces recommend engaging Threshers with vehicle-mounted heavy weapons.
Oh, you mean like a Mako, for instance? I've took on so many of them, didn't I? Is there anything else around here? No. I still need to go find stuff. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I will eventually need to go back to the Citadel for. But there's still a couple other areas that I can go to. I might, considering that I have maxed out the war asset bar, I might take care of Omega and Leviathan before I go back to the Citadel. I don't know what the final priority mission is going to be, but it seems like now's a good time to take care of that kind of stuff. It seems. I don't know, though. All right, new secondary Codex entry about the Reapers. Harvesting. Even with all the Reaper's power, harvesting every sapient species in an entire galaxy can take decades or even centuries. The most time-consuming part of the process is gathering DNA from the population. To accelerate the effort, the Reapers follow a consistent procedure. Victims who cooperate, surrender, or are captured by husks are sorted into camps. The husks capture people? Okay. It is believed the husks possess receptors that allow them to analyze a victim's DNA through sight, smell, or touch. Victims that meet their standards are herded from the camps into processor ships. Those the husks deem insufficient are either turned into husks themselves or indoctrinated to serve as slave labor. The Reapers use this last option to give their victims false hope. Many captives who would otherwise fight back become docile when they see members of their own kind obey and survive. The processor ships reduce victims to a transportable liquid. Like in a slaughterhouse, the ship's design prevents victims from seeing or hearing what happens elsewhere so that they do not panic. The victims are ushered into locking pods, then rent apart and dissolved into paste that is flushed to storage vats. The rate of killing is phenomenal. Intelligence estimates suggest there are more than 400 processor ships on Earth, killing approximately 1.86 million humans per day. In combination with battlefield deaths, disease, and famine, this pace will result in the complete depopulation of Earth within a decade. As the husks and indoctrinated slaves build more slaughtering facilities, the kill rate can only increase. Lovely. Reaper vulnerabilities, give me something. Although clearly technologically superior to the Citadel forces, the Reapers have experienced casualties in the battles across the galaxy. This indicates that theoretically, with the right intelligence, weapons, and strategy, the Reapers could be defeated. Unlike the Mass Effect relays that they created, Reapers do not have quantum shields. Locking itself down at a quantum level would leave a Reaper unaware of its surroundings until the shielding deactivated. Instead, Reapers rely on kinetic barriers. In the case of a Reaper capital ship, these kinetic barriers can hold off the firepower of 2 dreadnoughts simultaneously, but 3 clearly causes strain and 4 typically results in destruction. Weapons designed to maximize heat damage, such as the Thanix series, show better results against the Reapers than pure kinetic impacts. The barriers of a Reaper destroyer are less formidable than those of a capital ship. It is possible for a single cruiser or many fighters to disable or demolish a destroyer if they get within range before they are themselves destroyed. The Reaper's energy sources are not infinite. For example, to land on a planet, a Reaper must substantially reduce its mass. This transfer of power to its Mass Effect generators leaves the Reaper's kinetic barriers at only partial strength. Sovereign was destroyed while assuming direct control over Saren. The feedback from Saren's death seemed to entirely overload Sovereign's shields. Current Reapers do not seem to suffer from this design flaw. Reaper capital ships can turn faster than Citadel dreadnoughts, but to do so, they must lower their mass to a level unacceptable in combat situations. Consequently, it is possible for a dreadnought to emerge from FTL travel behind a capital ship, then bring its guns to bear faster than the Reaper can return fire. This is a poor tactic, however, against Reapers flying in proper formation. They give us so much information about the space battles, but I've given up hope that I'm ever actually going to take part in one. That was the hope from the first one. From the first game, they gave me so much information that I figured I would have to take part in one. But no, it's just information on the side. You won't need this information for anything, don't worry about it. So it looks like both Rex and Victus have left. They're not here anymore. We took care of their thing. They're off helping me.
You see the bids and the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad the diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
That's partially true. I have a feeling that a few areas have opened up for me on the galaxy map.
Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
Alright, back to Novaria pretty soon here as well. I don't know why they couldn't have included that somehow in some kind of email instead of just Trainer telling me to do it. Admiral Hackett has requested assistance with the Cerberus fighter base on Novaria. Land on Novaria to disable the base's defenses. From what I'm told, all the N7 missions are multiplayer maps, so back to kill something and then kill your way out. That's what I'm going to assume. Anything more to say, Trainer?
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see her in action.
I'm great, aren't I?
Commander?
That's all she has to say there. All right. Email? Lots of new emails, including one that says making babies. We might read that one slowly. Your regrettable decision. From Dalatras Linron. Commander, I am deeply disappointed by your actions on Tuchanka. As I thought I made clear, curing the genophage will have long-term consequences. Once the Reaper threat has passed, our combined forces will be so depleted that no race in the galaxy will be capable of stopping a resurgent Krogan. Moreover, the Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge for the genophage, and the Solarian Union will be among their first targets. When that day comes, Commander, the blood of my people will be on your hands. I'm ashamed to also learn that our own scientist sacrificed his life carrying out your orders. This is a dark day not only for my people, but all of galactic civilization. Dalatras, Linron, Solarian Union. I'm not a big fan of her right now. Making babies! From Erdnot Rex. Well, he doesn't beat around the bush, does he? Shepard, making babies again will be fun. Soon as this war is over, let's just say I'll do my part to build our numbers back up. You really came through for us. I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Kelphic Valley, enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her, but too bad, I run the show. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot how to hold a gun. Good old Rex. Her name's not Eve, though, but I guess we're going to still call her Eve, which is probably good, because I don't remember what her real name was, because they said it at the end, and it's been a while. But now we have impressive work from General Corinthus. Commander Shepard, when you first arrived on Mine, I had a hard time seeing how you flying off with one of our best generals would benefit our fight against the Reapers. Oh, Mine is the moon on Palaven. All right. However, as I now watch Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, I must admit I am impressed. You've brokered an alliance that many thought impossible. Palaven might be saved after all. With great respect, General Corinthus, Mine, Command. Still fighting, from Shiala. Dear Commander Shepard, I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Zoo's Hope are fighting again. This time it's the Reapers instead of the Geth. I'm not sure if you remember me, but you helped me back on Ilium. The Thorian is dead now, I can confirm that. But the spores in our bodies remain, and on some level we are still connected. This is not necessarily a bad thing. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other and act with one mind, ignoring pain when the need arises. I'm sure I'm still indoctrinated. I remember Sovereign's voice in my head when I went willingly to the Thorian as its thrall. But my connection to the people of Zoo's Hope is stronger. It drowns out the Reaper voices. The situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate for their own safety. But with one mind, the untrained fight with the skill of veteran commandos. Our force is strong. I have not forgotten how you helped us, how you spared me. We are leaving Pharos soon, and when the time comes, we will fight with you. Shiala. I can't remember which one Shiala is in particular, but I remember... Wasn't it the green Asari on Ilium in the second game? I think that's who that is. I remember her more there than I do from the first game. All right, so we have an ANN alert, a new article on Reaper from the Alliance News Network information partners. Pharos. A group of colonists on Pharos have mounted a defensive against arriving Reaper forces, holding them back long enough for civilians from nearby colonies to escape. The informal military... I'm trying to do a news anchor voice and it's failing me. The informal militia from Zoo's Hope, said to be survivors of a savage Geth attack several years ago, has repelled initial Reaper landing attempts with a level of wartime competence more common to seasoned platoons. The colonies are using improvised weapons as well as supplies salvaged from a defunct exogeny facility. The colony is our home, colony spokesperson Lisbeth Bainham said. We've survived worse, and we know how to fight together. The colony is expected to have time for full evacuation before more Reaper forces arrive. Now to chip with the weather. All right, we're ready to move on. I got a war asset? I just checked war assets. I'm going back to check more war assets. I know I just got it, or I just went through it, but there's more.